Hey guys, Matt Granger, that Nikon guy for MattGranger.com. I'm just in Tsim Sha Tsui in Hong Kong. I've just finished a shoot at Ocean Terminal amongst all the famous and brand name stores like the one behind me. I'm now going to jump on a bus and head over to Mong Kok. If you've been to Hong Kong before, you would know it. If you haven't, it's the Mecca of electronics in Hong Kong, which pretty much makes it one of the Meccas of the world. In terms of photographics and any kind of computer stuff, it's one of the best ones. There's cheaper places for computers, but for cameras, it's one of the best. There's lots of stores that have the full range, and Hong Kong is known to be one of the cheapest places in the world for street prices. So let's go have a look. This bus ride to Mong Kok is a pilgrimage, you could say, to the Mecca, to my holy place, Mong Kok. I'm just going to take you for a quick walk through. I'll show you some of the camera shops, some of the different stores in the area. And it's now about 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night, and I guarantee you it's going to be absolutely teeming with people. None of the shops will be close to closing, and the outdoor lights that they use there are so bright it simulates daytime, so you can totally lose yourself there. Also, just a street away from a lot of the camera stores is Ladies Market, which is, it's not a seedy bar, it's actually one of the better markets. It's really popular with tourists, but you can get some good bargain things there. I'm actually just going to pick up some boring stuff like socks. I may pick up a hard drive whilst I'm there to back up my Mac whilst I'm traveling. I need one that's 750 gig or above, so I can do the what's called time machine. But if I don't get it there, I'm going to Sham Shui Po tomorrow, which is probably even cheaper. Okay, a well-meaning but wrong woman on the bus told me to get out at this stop, and I've gone a stop or two past where I should have, so I've got a 15-minute walk to get back to Mong Kok. But you can see I'm in a pet village, and something interesting about Hong Kong, you get little areas built up that are just chock-a-block with certain things. So this one's all about pets and it's fish in bags, but then you'll find one that's all pet accessories or car equipment, and then there'll just be dozens and dozens of stores along there all selling the same stuff. Over there's a reptile store, so this is a pet alley obviously. Here's more fish. Here's some cute little adorable puppy farm production line pets, and on it goes. So I've got a little walk now to find my way back to Mong Kok. I may even stop and get a feed on the way. No doubt things will still be pumping when I get there. Okay, we're getting closer. Excitement levels are building. You can see the first Nikon authorized dealer light flashing up there in the distance. We shouldn't be too far away now. Okay, as my excitement builds, so does the crowd. We're certainly getting closer to Mong Kok now. Now, I don't know if it's irony or it says something, but the sign to me that when I was first getting used to Hong Kong that I needed to get off my minibus when I was coming to Mong Kok was that I would see that sign up there, the Florida Hotel and the Virginia Hotel, two love hotels that you rent by the hour here in Hong Kong, and they let me know that I was at the stop that put me right at the bottom end of Mong Kok, near my favorite store, Wing Ching Camera. So I've now hoofed it, and you can see over there to the right, the blue and red flashing sign, that's Wing Ching. So I'm going to take you for a walk through there. But just to let you know, the two main electrical players in Hong Kong that pretty much have the market sewn up are Fortress and Broadway. Here's one of the stores. And they're everywhere. Every shopping center will have one, and they sell everything from dishwashers to cameras, and generally they have really good prices. It's hard to fault them. They are really good. They have a good range. They usually have heaps of bonuses. So if you buy a camera, you'll get a case and a memory card and maybe a rubbish little tripod and things like that. But they're not specialists, and they don't have all the pro gear and, you know, stuff that's on short supply. They're not going to be the first ones to get it. Here's Wing Ching. There's two stores, Wingxing and Manxing. Manxing's actually the more pro version, but Wingxing is still very good. I'll take you for a little walk through, as I said. Don't bother trying to call them to get an idea of what their prices are. They'll hang up on you. I've tried a couple of times. They just say no phone quotes and hang up the phone. So anyway, let's have a look inside. Oh, you can see Tamron's taken top billing on their light sign. And there's the Nikon authorized. Canon over there and Pentax over there. So they've got all the bases covered pretty much. Let's have a little walk through. Now I don't know how they'll feel about filming in the shop, so stuff it, let's just have a look. Now, as I said, this is 9:30 on a Tuesday night, and you can see how busy the store is.
The model one.
So they stock a big range of video cameras as well as photographic cameras, from the baby ones up to the quite serious ones, and every point and shoot you can imagine, including lots of models they don't sell in Australia. Maybe you can get them in America, I'm not sure. But let's take a look around the back. They have their tripods, and something that is very valuable to have in Southeast Asia is these kits that you put your gear in to get rid of the humidity. Yeah, very important. Also probably good for your cigars and stuff. Here's the Lao Pro SNF gear that I love using on concerts and that kind of thing. And you can see they've got Tamrac, Temba, everything, all the brands, including all the tripods. Let's see, do they stock Gitzo? Just having a look. Do you sell Gitzo?
So, over here.
Yeah, right. As well as new stuff, they also have a lot of used gear for sale. I think the used is up here. I'm getting a few looks, so I'm going to keep walking. I don't think they really like me filming in here. Check that out for a Manfrotto tripod. That makes the monster I introduced look like a toy. As well as binoculars, scopes, and phones. I'm actually in the market for a new phone. Very tempting here. Okay, so there you go. That's a little walkthrough without getting kicked out and pausing too long. And this is just the start of the street. As we go up, after a certain time of night, they close it off to cars and it becomes a pedestrian street. So you can just wander through and you know, make your way from shop to shop. There's a couple of computer palaces, I would call them, nearby that are multi-level buildings, and they're really not friendly with you filming. So I definitely won't do too much in there. But one's called Sim City, and the other one I forget, but they're very close by. One's just down this road to the left, and the other one's a block or two away. I'm going to have a little look in there, and then we'll have a walk through the market as well. You see what I mean about it being feeling like daylight? Look up at the sky. It's actually nighttime, and it's this row of high-powered white balanced lights shining down that make it all look like you're in the middle of the day. Keep you shopping longer and longer. Same trick as casino, I guess. No windows, bright lights. You don't know what time it is. Probably goes some way to explaining why there'll be small kids out having dinner at 12, 1, 2 in the morning each day. But there's a chance that they'll come out and tell me to stop filming, so I'll do this from across the road, then take you inside off. Okay, so that's the actual building. Heading up, they have free Wi-Fi inside as well. It's really small, it's a labyrinth to get through, but there's some real great bargains there. Let's have a look. Okay, and then pretty quickly you're into the computers. And there is also camera gear here, so it's worth having a look. There's some good used stuff here. Here's a place that when I was looking for the 1.4G and it was completely sold out everywhere, this place actually had it for sale used at, well, it was an exorbitant price, but they had it when no one else did, so that's something in itself. Let's have a little look. Now, if you're noticing the prices on them, remember this is in Hong Kong dollars. There's a macro lens with a focusing rail. Hong Kong dollars, which at the moment are about 8 to 1 US or 1 Australian dollar. It's actually pegged to the US, but to the Australian it's doing, we're doing very well at the moment. Check that out, a 15mm 3.5 monster. I'm actually in the market for a 105 DC. Let's see if they have one here. Not that I can see. Ah, here we go. 105 F2 DC. How much is the 105 DC?
105 DC.
The 105?
105 is 6,500.
So there you go, the 135 is about $1,000 US, and that's the 135, and the 105 is about 20% cheaper than that. So taking a look through, it looks like there's more and more is actually camera gear these days. That's one thing. Whilst there's loads of great bargains to be had here, and in terms of buying a lens or a camera, you can be sure that it'll be genuine. I wouldn't trust that if the cases you're buying are leather, or the accessories you're buying, or even the batteries are necessarily genuine. Maybe memory cards, but I wouldn't be sure about that. There's more reputable stores in here that I'd go to if you wanted to be sure about that. Whole range of different accessories, barn doors, flashes, third-party flash triggers. I'm going to take you along to a place in the next couple of days that's really cheap for all of these third-party bits and pieces. There we go, full box set, 95% new Nikon D7000 for $8,480. That's what's that? Just over $1,000. And the D700 for $14,680. And any of these prices that are in the window definitely have a bit of wiggle room. You could negotiate on them. In terms of more reputable ones that you can be sure that you're getting genuine memory cards and that sort of thing, Cam2 and DC Fever. DC Fever you can find on eBay as well, but they're both really reputable ones. They won't be quite as cheap as the other ones. You can see in there they've got Carter bags, Laupo, the new 1 Series Nikon, but you can be sure that everything you're getting at these stores is legit, including memory cards. So if you do get into Hong Kong, make sure you check out Mong Kok and come through to the Wingxing and Manxing camera stores, and the SimCity electronics store, which are all within 2 blocks of each other. So Matt Granger, that Nikon guy in a crowd of people for MacGranger.com.